All my A's fans out there, it is your buddy Chris Rose from John Boy Media. Well, I know that A's fans, you're always looking for a home out there, right? So I would tune in to the Faithful Few podcasts out there. They're a part of the House Always Wins Media Network. And yeah, that's your one stop shopping for all A's.
Hello and welcome back to the Faithful Few. Today is Sunday, August 23rd, 2026. The A's are 50-80. I am your host, Kobe, followed by my co-host, Nicholas DeSicco. How are we doing, buddy?
What's up, buddy? Welcome back. Happy Sunday. We got a early morning pod, so let's run through it. Let's do it.
Let's roll. Yeah, we're going to do a little quick episode this week because we got a special guest coming on next week. The schedules didn't line up, so we're going to figure it out. But yeah, we'll do us this day in A's history. We've been doing that segment for a little bit now. August 23rd, 1992, legendary Hall of Fame pitcher Dennis Eckersley becomes the first pitcher to record 40 or more saves in 4 different seasons. Pretty cool stat. Yeah.
I know Eck, man, he's in the Hall of Fame for a reason. He's a legend. You know, he's still sticking around the game. So him being able to contribute not only for the A's organization, but for all the other organizations he pitched for and still staying in the booth now. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, he's been in the booth for the Red Sox for a long time now, and he's really good at it. And he's a legend, just in baseball, not just for the A's. So it's pretty cool to have him represent the A's, but also, be around the game still. So, yeah, what I remember about Dennis Eckersley, I didn't get to see him pitch too young. But my dad would tell me he'd point at guys after he strike them out. I thought that was always pretty badass. Like, just K somebody, just like, yep, got you.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Guys used to charge him out for way less, but I don't want to fight Eck either. That's a big dude.
A big lanky dude who throws gas. So yeah. No, I think Dennis Eckersley's that'd be a cool jersey though. I would love to have a Dennis Eckersley jersey.
No, that'd be awesome. It's also one of the having a longer name myself. It's pretty cool having Eckersley, like the jerseys with the full rainbow on it. That's so
yeah,
sweet.
for sure.
Power move.
Yeah, I mean, he made the last out in the 1989 World Series. It's a credit to him, and that's big for A's fans, obviously. Like, hoping we can get back there someday with this team, but we've got a long ways to go. It feels like.
Yeah, 30 games under 500 and scrapping out wins, ain't gonna get you far right now, but due time. Hopefully, anyway.
Yeah, the A's are actually playing right now. They're in Houston. They won last night, which is pretty rare because they were on a 5-game losing streak before that. So,
yeah, and kind of what we were gonna jump into in a minute. They won their first series at home in a very long time. We'll touch base on that. But immediately after winning the series against the Rangers, they lose 5 straight. They scrapped out a win last night. Walton hits a homer. Jacob Lopez actually dealt yesterday, man. He 6 innings, I think 9 Ks. I mean, hey, if our boys are shoving, it's at least fun to watch. And then Luis Medina came in and gave up 3 immediately. So, I mean, same story, different day. But boys took it to him in the 8th. Were able to scrap some hits together. Alika Williams sacrifice bunt, first and second, got the boys over, and then a wild pitch ties the game. Heim hits it up the middle. Lawrence is able to run and score. Bullpen did the job in the bottom of the 8th, bottom 9, and boys got to win.
Wins are hard to come by, obviously, with this team. So, if they can get wins, whatever, dude. I wanted to give a shout out to our fellow host on this network on All in Green, our buddy Rob, who we had on a few weeks ago for the pod. Dallas Braden just tweeted him because he saw him wearing a jersey, and Rob had been kind of like tweeting at Dallas, being like, hey, I'm wearing your jersey. I'll be sitting here in Houston. And then Dallas kind of impromptu just shouted him out and tagged him in the post. So pretty sweet for our guy to get a little recognition.
Super cool. Yeah. Especially him being in, Houston and 3 years ago, almost to the day, being in like same exact seats, having almost the same picture for having Rob in the background with the Dallas Braden jersey. That's so cool.
It's sweet. And, like I listen to Dallas, not just on, A's games, but I do like his Baseball is Dead podcast at Carabas back when they were starting 9-0, listen to that too. So it's nice to have it's nice to have a A's guy in the national media, if you will. So I really do like Dallas.
Have you seen the videos of the old timers game with Carabas and everybody hitting right now? Can we talk about that?
Oh my God. I can't believe okay, so Jared, he's been open about he's not a baseball player. He's never been a great athlete, but dude, him running, it looked like he's running backwards. It was insane.
That was such a funny tweet. That was if you guys
Dude.
want to see how somebody would run if they were running forwards, backwards, or whatever he wore.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
I watched their latest podcast. They talked about it, and Dallas just flaming him, and it's he goes, "No, I didn't have any warm ups." He's like, "What does warm ups have to do with running?" Because you're just not able to run.
You're not Alec Pierce out there, dude. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. No, I love the pod. I think Jay Hay, the Justin Havens, he does a great job producing that show, and it's a great one. They have this Family Feud segment on there that's really great. They'll bring on guests, and yeah, it's fun. It's a good show. So yeah, it's fun to have Dallas kind of in the national media, but also be our A's guy,
No, that was so cool about him coming on, even just as the on field eyes when it was Glenn and Ray and everybody like that. That was so cool, him being with the boys and getting those interviews and the firsthand perspective of him being having the pitching mindset and how to attack. All that stuff was so fun. And now him being the mainstay in the booth with Jenny and everybody else who's been kind of filtered between. It's been awesome having Dallas in there. Me personally, I love him in there having that on-field representation, what the pitchers are trying to go for. So
no doubt. I feel like that team with Glenn, Fosse, and Dallas, that's probably 2018. That was probably peak A's broadcast, dude.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was the camaraderie and then just the jokes between, Glenn and Ray go years and years and years. And then just having the light of Dallas and being, having the boys right there with him too was awesome.
Yeah, and then, the A's in the radio booth with Vince Cotroneo and Ken Korak, those just great years of A's baseball. I kind of miss those years in those booths. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'll never forget, the last game at the Collie, listening to it on the, my drive home from work. I couldn't watch it. I was just listening to it, just hearing that voice on the radio, man. It's just generations of just, you hear that voice, who's talking, what team's on. And then just the emotions just flood after that last out.
It's always great when you get to know a broadcaster and how you kind of get their rhythm. Or I had that a lot with Greg Papa, him calling Raider games growing up. And you could kind of tell if a big play is happening or a bad play has happened by just the inflection of his voice. And with Ken Korak, I've learned that a lot. And when Vince was in the booth, I'd pick up on that pretty quickly too. You could tell if a ball is going to be, probably caught at the track or it's gone. So
yeah, you feel that build up really. Yeah, I mean, you can, and the boys know when the ball gets out. There's a lot of I love announcers when the ball gets hit in the air, and you hear all the fans. It's dude, it's a 250-foot fly out. But when that ball gets destroyed, and it's oh yeah, dude, you hype me up. There's a reason radio, especially or at home, they're painting the picture for you. Yes, you might be watching it. Yes, you might be listening to it, but they paint that picture for you in such a way. And yeah, just growing up with all those legendary voices, being so lucky to have those fun booths, it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I learned football really through Greg Papa. He would talk about the formations at the line and whatever packages the Raiders are running. I'm as a kid, I'm dude, I didn't know what a pistol formation was, but because Greg Papa's breaking it down for me, he's oh, I now get the running back in shotgun is behind the quarterback. You just pick up on that stuff. So that's a good broadcaster, especially for radio, can do so well as paint that picture. And I always felt like Ken and Vince did a great job at that. Still, awesome. Ken still does a great job. And I won't try and replicate it, but Ken Korak's home run call, he will watch it fly. I love that call. And you could always kind of tell the build of it. And I don't know, his timing it's almost poetic. So
especially big moments too, you know what I mean? Like say bottom of the eighth and it's to take the lead or walk off or just take a lead in general, tie the game. It's he has that extra oomph to it. Yeah. And he's not just all right, that baby's at it. And it's not same every time. It's hey, put me in that moment. Let's go run it. So
yeah, those are peak booths. So yeah, shout out Dallas for giving a shout out to our guy, Rob. Pretty cool. So yeah, well, I wanted to shout out All in Green also. They're putting some shows together. I know at the network right now it's kind of tough because the A's are so bad. We're trying to put out as much A's content as we can.
Stick with us.
Hey, we're the faithful few for a reason, man. We're sticking through it. It's brutal right now. I wanted to talk about the A's winning that series in Sacramento. We haven't talked about it since, but that was the first time since April, them winning that series against the Rangers. One thing that I've been kind of forgetting to talk about on this podcast that's been annoying to me about playing in Sacramento, obviously, the ball flies and it's a minor league ballpark, whatever. What really annoys me is like the opposing dugouts. It's so loud in those opposing dugouts, especially when they're just beating the A's ass. Like they're just putting up run after run, and it's like it sounds like a softball game because they're so loud. They're reacting to every hit, every hard hit ball, and it's frustrating because like I want the A's to play with that. And you can definitely hear on the broadcast the opposing dugout because there's so few fans at some games where it's like it's noticeable.
Yeah, and you brought up another series, but me personally, I could tell that with who is it? The Marlin? No, I'm sorry, I'll go back.
Yes.
The Marlins, especially because they were red hot. They've obviously fallen off a little bit. Also, quick thing. I just looked at the score. It's 3-0 Astros. Altuve hit a homer. All right, so back to scheduled business. I apologize. No, man, it's so frustrating. You can feel the clubhouse difference. The guys who win, they're together, and you get loud. You're hyped for your boys. There's nothing like, yeah, okay, we had Tommy White hit his first home run, and the boys had some fun. I get it, but it's like regular games and stuff. Like there's no camaraderie that is all right there. Like you said, you hear these winning teams just ride for those guys, like big outs, big homers, big hits. Yeah, mine personally was the Rays. When the Rays came to Sac, there was a day game. I was in Fresno coming home, and I could hear just after every homer, just let's go, boy, yeah. And it's like, yeah, they're on the A's, but you can hear that on the broadcast. It's like, come on.
The chirps in particular, like in that Marlins series, you brought it up, but that was the series for me where I noticed it. They had a game on national TV, and I don't know if it's the mics or something or different, but you could hear the dugout, and the Marlins were the hottest team in baseball at that time. It was months ago, but you could hear any hard hit ball, whoa, or like, get down, like they're all, it's like a high school dugout, and it's like, dude, like I don't hear any of that from the A's, and like, yes, the season's lost now, so like whatever, but if I'm hearing that from opposing dugouts, that's what winning teams sound like, and it may be a little thing, but it's important, dude. Like having that passion, that camaraderie, and also just giving a shit. So yeah.
That's the biggest thing, is giving a shit, and do the boys have it? Doesn't seem like it 90% of the time, but
there's nothing more frustrating than the A's going down 6-0. You can hear the opposing dugout just chirping you
at home. Well, quote unquote, home.
Yeah. So, and speaking of ballparks, I think we're all ready to just kind of be done with Sacramento, ready for this ballpark to be built in Vegas. They put out an update. They said the second truss was up. I thought that was pretty cool. Like it's starting to kind of take shape here, and you could see the building being put together. It's getting there, man. I'm looking forward. 2028 is the timeline. Hopefully they're there and ready to go. I want to be there for opening day 2028.
No, you've mentioned it before, dude. That's a dream to go there and opening day, the new ballpark, seeing it sold out, seeing just the crowd, and us giving the firsthand knowledge here in a couple months when we go for Ryan's wedding. I really want to see this stadium in person. It's gonna be really cool. I didn't realize you mentioned it to me. I wasn't really paying attention to the map. It's right there. It's right the strip, line with T-Mobile Arena and everything else on the south side. It's gonna be really cool. And like you said,
that old Tropicana lot.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be freaking sweet.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be in Vegas in just a couple months. So yeah, it'd be cool to see it actually in person. Will be even progress even more happen by then. So yeah, I'm excited, and hopefully the fans in Vegas. This team sucks right now, but by the time they get out there, hopefully they're winning and going, and the fans get behind them. I know they want their own club, but it's obviously not the case anymore. Like you're just gonna have to support the A's, and hey, there's one network, one place you can come for all your A's info. Here we are. Hopefully.
Yeah, man. Now it's like we mentioned, I think last week, winning is going to draw. I mean, yes, it's a new flashy stadium, everything like that, but Golden Knights went, I think, to the Stanley Cup final their first year or something like that, and then they won their second. I mean, yes, they were built by the city, for the city, show up, show out, but I mean, winning is going to continue to draw. They're still winning. So, yeah.
Yeah, winning is the most important thing, obviously, for a sports franchise, and obviously, some teams around sports don't take that seriously. But going to a new city, getting a new ballpark, like you've seen with the Raiders, like they've had 1 year where they made the playoffs in Vegas, and in that year, you could see when they played the Chargers for that last game, that place was all silver and black, man. And I know the Chargers don't have fans, but also that place was all silver and black. It was rocking, and it was, to win, to go to the playoffs, or tie, you go to the playoffs, whatever that game was. That was an insane football game. So if the A's win immediately, I think they'll win over the city of Las Vegas, and we'll see those fans come out. And I know they're going to be jazzed up for the first, at least first week they're there. But you have to win. You have to win.
Last time I was in Vegas, I didn't go home until I think the Monday after. So actually there was a Raider game this Sunday, before I left. So me and my now wife, we went to one of the bars, and dude, when that Raider game got out, when I tell you the silver and black rolled deep through there, man, like I knew it was going to, I would too. You're in Vegas for the game, go out and party.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, were they out there hollering. It was awesome. But, it's Raider fans will always travel. They will always watch their team. They will always be there. Especially if it's Vegas is the destination. Yes, you're going to have your ride or dies, but it's still a tourist, attraction for people who live out of state to come watch their team.
We've seen it. There's been games they played against the Browns. There's more orange in the stands than black, and it's like, this is disgusting. Because every visiting team's fans are going, okay, we're going to go to Vegas for that week because my team's going to be there. Well, if the Raiders don't win, a lot of these people are just going to sell those tickets and make money off of it. So why not?
Because people are going to go. But if you're a fan, why would you not go yourself?
Yeah, you have to give them the team has to give them a reason to go. And that's what I want the A's to do when they go to Vegas, because this ballpark's going to be sick. And it's like, don't just be the Marlins and like, oh, okay, now we got this cool ballpark and nobody comes to the games because we don't win. You have to win. So I hope that's priority number one. And we'll see. It's going to be a big offseason with the GM change and everything.
Exactly where I was going, man. It's just you've got the foundation. So build for it, get right, take next year, whether there's baseball or not, and build for it. So, we'll play it out.
Yeah, I'm excited for football personally, just because the A's, like you said, they're 50 and 80. They've kind of broke me at this point. I don't know how much I can really watch each game intently. They're down 3-0 still, and Max Muncy just got called out on strikes. So yeah, like how much I don't really care about these games anymore. So I'm kind of ready for football. But obviously we're gonna keep talking A's. But I will say the overreactions of preseason football drives me nuts. It drives me nuts, dude.
There are some hilarious things, dude. There's some crazy stories out there for the first 2 weeks. We're not even opening day's not like this week. We still got a whole other week of this.
Yeah. And I watched the Raiders Texans on that Monday night broadcast game. And Joe Buck is gonna be like, well, if they can't protect Fernando, it's not gonna matter. I'm like, dog, we got Jackson Meredith who's gonna get cut playing center. Like, it's not. We just signed Tyler Linderbaum. It's not even in the game. Genty's not even in the game. Like, these starters are not. I get it. Like, you got something. You have to talk about something on that broadcast. But it's like, let's stop overreacting, man. Like, yeah, Mike Washington looks great. He's a running back. Let's not. I've seen fans just be like, oh, we should just trade Genty. It's like, we got Mike Washington. Dude, it's preseason football, man. Let's get him in there in week 3 when he's got whoever. I think it's the Chiefs that week or something. But
just somebody said they play the Niners, but I don't think they do. I think Tailgaters. Tailgaters right here at the sports bar in Brentwood was like 49ers versus Raiders week 3 of the preseason.
Oh yeah, I think they do play. Or no, maybe not. No, I think they do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Possible.
Yeah, I think they do.
Still, like, it's the overreactions are so funny. Like, you have Will Howard throwing dots and stuff like that for the Steelers. Start him over Aaron. It's like, all right,
yeah,
let's chill out just a little bit. But you referenced, Genty. Why would you ever trade for this guy who's should have won the Heisman, had the best numbers for any running back almost ever? It's just like this guys.
You just drafted him top 10 last year. Like,
this chill.
You're just gonna waste that pick and just be like, oh, now we got this, 3rd, 4th round running back we drafted. He's better than the number 4 overall pick. We just like, bro. No, it's preseason football. Let's get some real action and then see where we're at. But I like the 1-2 punch they got with Mike Washington. He looks good, but
yeah,
Any notable, I guess, like preseason stars for the Niners you got?
I mean, there's a couple guys. Truthfully, I think the biggest shining light right now is Deshaun Stripling. He just kind of put him. He balled out enough to where he's probably going to make the roster this year. I think, truthfully, he's going to be able to hopefully fill a gap that hopefully isn't, he's not dependent on it. But if we can rely on him for some extra catches, some extra yards this year, I mean, it's going to fill that. Not Pearsall, but kind of the mix between Juwan and like a Pearsall mix where he's a bigger body and we can get him the ball to get some yards and hopefully maybe gets a couple TDs down tight where he's that tall, lanky guy. Thankfully today, we just activated George Kittle back from the PUP list. So going to be hopefully ready for week 1. That's huge, third down guy and just the reliable spot for Purdy.
Who doesn't love George Kittle?
If you're just argumentative and saying he's not one of the top 2 tight ends in the league, we'll fight about it.
It's debatable, but he's still great. I just mean personality standpoint, George is like the man. Funny. There's a lot of great tight ends in the league right now, and like I know we might be getting the weeds of fantasy football and all that, but tight end is a spot where I think you can wait a little bit in these drafts and be like, you can get like a Tucker Kraft.
Oh, dude, yeah,
There's a lot of tight ends that are available. Yeah, it's a booming position right now for sure. But I mean, who doesn't love George Kittle? The guy's hilarious. He's a great player.
Yeah, his WWE just like mindset too of where he brings just the pizzazz and the just fire to every interview, every down, just every first down. Boo, got him. So I can't wait for football season. We're a mere 2 weeks away. I mean, just under, because the Niners decided they like to play in Australia this year. But we'll see. Week 0 for college football is coming soon. So
yeah, man. Football's like right around the corner, dude.
We can smell it. We can smell it.
It's tough, dude. I wish the A's so badly were in a pennant race, but God, man, I'm just so excited for football. It's been easy to just kind of tune out the A's a little bit and check in every once in a while, but with football right around the corner. But Stribling sounds like a guy that will probably make the roster for you guys, especially in that room where it's depleted. You got Debo back, but that'll be interesting. Purdy just Niners just need team to stay healthy. Like
that's the name of the game, of course, is with Mike Evans still kind of lingering around. We have Christian Kirk, who we brought in as another piece to just kind of fill that gap. With him being on the men too, it's kind of going to be hard. I don't even know if he's going to make the roster, to be honest, with Stribling kind of balling out. But with Mike Evans, he has still not played it down yet in the preseason. But if he's just going to get healthy, then so be it. Just rest him for when we need him. But with Kittle coming back and a couple other guys out there, I mean, no problem. Let's just stay healthy and protect Brock week 1.
Yeah, I don't see any real reason why Mike Evans should be playing preseason games. The guy's a Hall of Famer, like probably the Buccaneers all-time leading wide receiver.
Niners NFL record or something like that for 1,000-yard seasons,
consecutively.
Yeah. No, don't play 3 weeks preseason.
He's fine. Yeah, just get healthy, get right. Massage those thighs, figure it out.
You need somebody.
49ers at Raiders, August 27th. That's what, Thursday?
Yeah, I think they've been doing the early weeks for the Niners because they start early. Because the last 2 weeks it's been Thursdays. So
that makes sense. Yeah, the Raiders have played on Thursdays as well. Yeah, cool. 49ers Raiders this week, so we get to see each other's teams and just kind of enjoy it, dude. Last week before regular season.
What wager do you want to put on Martinez throwing a pick?
Martinez?
I think Adrian, right? Adrian Martinez, third string quarterback for the Niners, or fourth?
Oh, is he? Couldn't tell you.
Fourth now. Honestly, he kind of wasn't bad a couple years ago when he came in after Jones and Purdy got hurt. I was like, Martinez can kind of sling it. This preseason, he's been so terrible. Overreaction Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So football's right around the corner. We'll wrap it up here pretty quickly, but I wanted to talk about just like your favorite A's games you've ever been to, or favorite games in general, I guess. Is one pop in your head that you can think of?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find the date. If you want to reference yours first, I'm gonna try to find ours. I know you know mine because you were actually in attendance for it. So I'll go
I
into
think we
that
had
a
the
little bit
same.
more detail. But yeah, go ahead with yours first, brother.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so favorite A's game I've ever attended. I've humble brag got a few options I can choose from. I've seen 2 no-hitters, Mike Fiers, Sean Manaea. Those are great. But the one that has most sentimental value, the season I enjoyed A's baseball the most was 2012. And I think you know where I'm going. Game 162, Hamilton dropping the ball, Balfour coming out of the bullpen, Cook, Doolittle, Evan Scribner, AJ Griffin, all those names, Coco Crisp, like that 2012 team really just tugs at my heartstrings, man. Like I would say, like I didn't really experience winning as an A's fan until that year in my life. Because in 2006, I was still kind of too young. I was like 9 years old. It wasn't, you're just not really aware. But like in 2012, like 6 years later, I'm like now in high school and I'm experiencing my team win for the first time. And the way they would win that year was insane. And dude, that environment at the Coliseum was unmatched, man. Like when Hamilton dropped that ball, I remember being in the right field bleachers, and Cespedes hit this, like super high pop up to center field, and I kind of just looked in the sky, like, man, we had such a good rally, we're not going to get the lead, and then I looked down, and Hamilton just, right off the tip of the glove, it's like it just felt like. It felt like the place went from like a dull quiet to like this just pandemonium taking over right after you dropped that ball. And I one memory I have from that day in particular was after the game. Me and my brother Caden were on the BART ramp and we're getting ready to go home. We're like sunburnt, tired, just cheered our asses off, like we're celebrating the division. But I remember fire trucks below the BART station at the Coliseum. And they've got A's flags and they're honking their horns, their lights are on, and they're screaming at the fans of the BART ramp. Like that is like such a core memory to me. Yeah, that is by far my favorite A's game I've ever attended, and hopefully at some point I can get some better ones coming up. But yeah,
no, that game will forever be just one of the top A's games in history of the Coliseum. Truthfully, I mean, just the call itself of Hamilton dropping that ball, the sun at the Collie was just brutal, and then just being able to take the division on that game too. And just like you said, the fans, and when the Collie's packed, especially that BART ramp this time, too, with the Raiders, after a Raiders game, after a Raiders win, especially, I mean, you're waiting another 45 minutes to an hour just for a train. But the energy of that BART ramp is just nothing you could even explain, man. That was such a fun game. Just the memories of that day too. I was in attendance. That's not going to be my favorite game of all time. I'm going to do more of a personal thing. Just for like kind of, I'll go into it in a second, but just that game 162, man, like those, oh my God, those crowd pops were unbelievable.
The crowd pops that game, it's close to a Raider game because like there's similar vibes in a big baseball game like that where every pitch is important. And what's crazy about that game in particular was the A's went down early and they had to fight their way back. And I think they went up 7-5 at one point, and then it was 8-5. And then they blew it open and won 12-5 ultimately. Yeah. So it was like you went from like being down, being like, God, we can't lose this game. We can't lose this game. We've had to win every game to just get to this point. And then for them to win the way they did, and the bullpen to come up clutch, and the timely hitting, and just everything that went into it. Just a magical day.
Unbelievable, man. Yeah, and that's what kind of gets overlooked from that game too. It's like the game never really ended close. You feel like that when Hamilton dropped it, it's like a walk-off point, but it's like, no,
they pitched Cook, Doolittle Cook, whatever the combination was, and then Balfour, and it's like, dude, you're up big in this game. You really don't need to pitch those guys, but Bob Melvin was not putting in anyone else. It's like you have to finish this game with those guys.
Why wouldn't you? Shut it down, leave no doubt. Once you win that game, you win the division. Yeah.
That back end of the bullpen was so good at the last like 2 months of that year and really all year. So, it was incredible game, incredible season. The only thing that really pisses me off about that year is the Giants ended up winning the World Series that year and beating the team that we couldn't beat. And Justin Verlander or Pablo Sandoval hits 3 homers off Justin Verlander. Whatever. You get it, dude. That shit pissed me off because it's like, that's my most like favorite year. And they beat the team that we couldn't. And Verlander's got a strike zone as wide as a bus in Game 5 against us. Like
shoving
Yeah. So anyway, not to end on a dull note, but Game 162 is incredible. One of my all-time favorite, October 3rd, 2012, one of my all-time favorite days of my life. Really.
Yeah, especially being in person for that is so lucky. Like you don't realize how lucky you are that you've seen, say 2 no-hitters and then game 162, wild card game, against the Rays, stuff like that, man. Like there's a lot of A's history that we've seen being, more younger fans than a lot of people that were able to experience like the late 80s, early 90s, stuff like
Yep.
that. So it's been fun. It's a lot of memories, but hey man, that's so sweet.
What's also cool about that game, like the last note of it, it is on YouTube, so I do watch it back sometimes.
Yeah.
Dude, when Balfour comes into the 9th inning, I'm on TV like 5 different times in the bleachers.
Just in
It's
the
hilarious.
bleachers, like, oh, there it is. Right there. Yeah.
Dude, I'm pointing myself out like 5 different times. It's awesome. So yeah.
Because you're what, like 14 or something like that?
I'm 14. I'm a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing my gold Oakland Ricky Henderson number 35 jersey, repped out. Caden, my brother's in his gray Oakland Cespedes jersey, and we're right in the thick of the right field bleachers, just having a blast. I remember almost every detail of that day. Is incredible. Yeah.
Forever in your memory, man. That's so sweet that you're able to experience stuff like that. I didn't realize, like, I was kind of first baseline. I was at that game as well, just like unbelievable experience. But you being able to be in the bleachers with that, like with all the bleacher creatures and stuff like that, that's
at its peak. Yeah,
so great, man. So I kind of going on a different path with my favorite game. It's kind of a funky one. It's more of, I have a couple different ones. Both of which I believe you were at. There's one that I experienced with you, our buddy Lawson, a couple other friends right after COVID, right after fans could come back. It's actually April, I believe, 18th, 2021. It's when I caught the foul ball off Matt Chapman, dude. I'm gonna throw myself under the bus here. The amount of Bud Light Seltzer black cherries I had going into this catch was incredible. But we just, like, as a friend group going to that game, we were having so much fun. There was really nobody there. It's like a random Wednesday, Thursday night, whatever it might have been. Being able to catch that ball with a catcher's glove, and then the Detroit Tigers broadcast just for the next 5 minutes. I mean, granted, what the hell else are you going to talk about? 4-3, but catching it with the with the catcher's glove on in foul territory, just kind of laying out, and then hugging Lawson, and then just like dapping everybody around, just like, oh. And then the broadcaster is just so funny. You bring a catcher's glove? Holy shit. What the hell is he doing? That's awesome, man. It's just that, like, having that type of fun with it.
Surprise for many that he was even there. He was one of 5 Grapefruit League pitchers to appear in 8 games and not allow a run. Chapman goes 1 foul. A really nice play by the fans. Look at that. What a catcher's glove he's got.
He brought his glove, Chef. It is a catcher's glove.
Surprise for many that he was even there. He was one of 5 Grapefruit League pitchers to appear in 8 games and not allow a run. Chapman goes 1 foul. Really nice play by the fans. Look at that. The catcher's glove he's got.
He brought his glove, Chef. It is a catcher's glove.
I spent a year working for the Athletics in the stadium operations. Being able to experience the clubhouse and just the overall, just going through Mount Davis every day, being able to go to work at the Coliseum, watching every single game, obviously doing my job at the time as well, but setting everything up before, closing everything down after, watching. My best experience about being really an A's fan during that season is the batting cage under Mount Davis. The away team would go hit some balls before the game. and we would all the fans would always yell at like Pujols and Trout and all these guys for just walking through center field to go to the batting cage. But I have a video of me rolling on the back of a golf cart past, and it's a video of Mike Trout, Albert Pujols, Cole Calhoun just hitting BP. And I was like, holy shit, what am I doing? Like, I was like, yeah. So it's just like that year was so much fun. And I really wish I took advantage of it more for a few more years, but kind of ended up working some other places as well. But just being being a fan during that year and being able to experience the Coliseum, like it was just a dream, man.
Oh, 100%, dude. I mean, a couple things. The Bud Light Black Cherry Seltzers need to be talked about because making that play with the catcher's glove over a seat, and really, it's probably the greatest foul ball catch I've seen in person. And the broadcast talked about that catch for a good minute. I mean, with the catcher's glove and then you being inebriated and making that play, like, dog, unreal. That's why we were so hyped, because it was like, how did you just make that catch? Because the catcher's glove. Nick just discovered the soundboard before the show, so he's been wanting to use it all show.
Yeah, I don't know what's coming next.
God help us.
But yes, dude, being
unreal catch, and then the amount of seltzers that you had, and the catcher's glove pocket is not meant for you to like catch things on a downward angle over a seat. So the fact you even caught it, do you even remember who hit it?
Chapman.
Oh, it was Chapman. Okay, I missed that.
We were in the Kelly Greens.
Okay.
No, don't ask me why we're wearing Kelly Greens in like a random weeknight, but I'll take it. But such a fun experience, and just having all of our friends there, especially just like we still have masks on during this game. So it's like we're fresh out of COVID. Fans are finally able to come out. No more cardboard cutouts. No more teddy bears. That's another thing about the broadcasters. When that teddy bear got hit, man, that was hilarious.
Yeah, man. No, I mean, there's COVID's such a weird time, obviously, but dude, making that catch, like fiending just to go back to a game, and then you make that catch is just unbelievable.
And that's the best thing about being able to sit in the bleachers. You never, had a 0% chance of catching a home run. I mean, I've had I think 2 other home runs being caught, which we can shed some light on if you'd like. I can't remember the exact, because I've caught two homers in game. One of which was the ball with that, the fake ball. Mm-hmm. And the other one was, I believe, the day game. I can't remember, but it was the backup catcher for the Mariners. I cannot remember his name. Not Narvaez, but something like that. You know what I mean? It was like 2023. I know Rob has the name, and I think he was with us. But being able to that home run that I caught, that the ball got switched out. Shout out to Ethan.
Shout out Ethan. Yep.
Shout out to Ethan. Gave us the fake home run ball. I took it and I just boom.
And I've been on record as saying that you have the best arm for a civilian. Non-pro baseball player, just adult league softball player. You have a great arm. That ball, I mean, did it one hop Franklin Barreto? I remember Marcus Simeon look back who threw that?
Yeah, off the top of the bleachers, just boom.
Just throw.
One hops Franklin Barreto. Barreto's like, what the fuck was that? And then
he probably picked up the ball, being like, what is this?
There's like paper mache selfies on it of God knows who. And he's like, what the fuck? And then throws it back.
But
it's so funny, dude. Like that was another memory, man. Like the Coliseum was so great. And we talked about it before, but like even the early access to the A's BP and away BP, like you see some of these guys hitting moonshots.
Yeah.
Mark Trump.
It was unbelievable. And the paper mache ball that Ethan would make just so you could throw it back, but keep the actual home run ball was so great. And then you throwing that, like for some reason, I just remember Simeon like looking back, being like Henry Rowan-Gardner just threw it. He's like, who the fuck threw that? And also, like, dude, you're kind of a ball magnet between the foul ball and then whenever we were in the bleachers, home run balls would just find you.
Yeah, no, legit. I would have, granted, from like BP and stuff. My backpack I still use for softball now. I still have Major League balls like in
Yeah.
there just from BP and everything. And when I see one of our teammates have like a younger kid, I always say like, "Hey man, you want this?" And he's like, "Oh shit, a Major League ball!" It's like,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
fucking hate it. But no, it truthfully, like, you never think about it. Like, yeah, there's guys out there like I forgot his name, the human piece of garbage who goes and catches all the home runs. I forgot his name.
Oh, Zach Campbell.
Zach Campbell, yeah.
Zach
But
Campbell.
yeah, no, there's guys like that who just ruin the game for everybody, stealing balls
Yeah.
from kids, and God knows what else he's doing over there. But no, man, that we'll attach a clip of the Chapman foul ball because it's so funny. I don't have any of the audio, but I'm actually looking at it. 1 out, bottom of 8, right on a Tuesday night. Ain't no,
What's
but
the score?
actually cardboard. I'm gonna try to show it. I think it was. I can't see the full cutout, but
Does it not say the score? Okay.
A's won 3-2. So they must
Okay.
have
So it was a close game. All
must
right.
have been 2-2 at the time. But there's cardboard cutouts for COVID behind the plate.
Oh my God, look at that.
So like, and it's all former players, but like even just the clip itself is so funny. Like there's nobody there. There's probably one of those Collie games with 3,000 people.
Dude, hilarious. That is a great one. I completely forgot about that game. And there were so many games we went to where it was like, just nothing happened there. We just went to a game, went home, but like, dog, you spread out over the seat, catching that with the catcher's glove is one of my all-time core memories. We were so hyped. And I still remember you working at the stadium that year because you would come up and visit me in the bleachers when you're on like your lunch break in like the 5th inning or whatever.
Yeah, because
we would watch the game.
We would set up everything like TVs and umbrellas and get stuff ready for photo ops, whatever. And then like throughout the game, you're just hanging out, waiting for stuff to either pop up or post game. So it's like, dude, you have 3-4 innings to do nothing, 5-6 innings to do nothing.
It's pretty sick. You had that access to like the bowels of the Coliseum, just seeing whatever you could, And
it's you got to be professional about it, but it's like, hey, I'm
a fan. Yeah,
I'm a diehard fan, and I'm watching Albert Pujols' bald head and traps hit BP under the Collie right now. Like,
yeah,
I'm not going to be too calm about this. I also saw breaking news: Stomper is not a real elephant. Seeing Stomper without his head on, mind blowing.
Don't say that. That's like Santa Claus.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I miss the Coliseum. Obviously, this new ballpark in Vegas is going to be sick. But just the access that we had with the Coliseum and like the memories we got there, it's never going to replace it. So,
never.
Yeah, unreal, dude. Stomper on a smoke break from Donovan in the comments. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have a guest this next week. Like we said, just scheduling lineup. So we wanted to get something out. It was a fun little episode, kind of going back in time, talking football, etc.
We don't have to, but do we want to break news of who our guest is going to be? Hint.
Yeah, we can. You want to break it?
As you referenced before, he is the king of A's Twitter. Mm-hmm. The one, the most amount of random ass jerseys I've ever seen in a closet. The man with the sexiest legs I've seen on an A's ballpark live. The Athletics Rants.
Yep, that's our boy. Athletics Rants coming on the pod this next week, and we're going to do a draft with him. Stay tuned for what that will be. I don't know if we have the results, but we'll probably go over those results next week when we got the draft coming up. But yeah, Rants is going to make an appearance. I have proclaimed him the king of A's Twitter just because I feel like he's got so much reach on there and he's had the channel for so long. So yeah, our guy, Rants Live. You've known him from those shows. That's our guy. He's going to be our guest next week. So hopefully we get that lined up, scheduled up. Just didn't work this week.
Yeah, we had a couple of family issues going on, one of which my dog had a couple medical issues. So, rest in peace, a real one. Shout out. Yeah. But no, it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for Rance to come on. He's been a friend for such a long time, and finally being able to bring him on. Of course, right after Rob as well, having the Grill and Chill boys on is going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
it's hyped about it.
Right about noon on a Sunday. A's, I'm sure, are getting their ass waxed right now. Is it still 3-0? Do you know?
It's 4-0 Stros.
Perfect. All right. So on that note, brother, is there anything else you need?
Yeah, final thoughts. I guess the A's are 50-80. They're 30 games under 500. The only thing I want from this record now is just go 62-100. That would be sweet.
Nice.
Lock up whatever draft pick you can.
Yeah.
Just make it 62-100. Why not?
Keep drafting well. Drew Burris continues to rake in Stockton. So hey, keep
well, shout out Booney and the is it the Port Report? They had
Yeah.
Drew Burris come on as an interview. That was really great.
great interview.
He's like a enthusiastic young kid who's just ready to play ball. So yeah, excited to see his development.
No, it's good. I haven't been able to get to Stockton yet, but seeing that Port Report was really cool, truthfully, because I've been trying to keep an eye on the standings. I did not realize that they were, going into the second half of the season, that they were battling for first place to get in the playoff. So that was awesome to see. So having
so many years,
cool.
So many years we went to Ports games and they were horrible. So it's cool that they're actually winning. Go win the Cal League, man.
Especially with how jumbled up, low A is right now too. Like Fresno's in there, like a bunch of these teams, and like obviously Modesto isn't exactly a thing anymore, but it's like there's so many teams that weren't a part of it when we were going to games a few years ago.
True.
That's all jumbled up around. It's pretty cool.
True.
But hey, Stomper, great mascot. Or sorry, Splash. Whoa. Splash.
Dude.
We're gonna get Splash.
I fucks heavy with Splash, dude. Come on, man.
Splash is better than Stomper.
Low key. All right. Yep. That's going to wrap it up. Faithful few. That'll do it. We'll see you next week. Nick. Go A's.
Go A's.
So you need a place to be a community, to talk about all your feelings, to talk about the excitement of the team. And that's where the Faithful Few podcast can lend a helping hand. So I wish you luck through this. It's not easy when you lose a team, something that's near and dear to your heart, and there's conflicting thoughts and feelings and emotions. There's ups, there's downs. Do we root for them? Do we feel good? Do we want them to suck? Wherever you are, you're allowed to be. And that's why podcasts work. Go see my friends at the Faithful Few podcast, hang out with them. And I will tell you this about the A's. They're a fun team to watch. They just need bullpen help.